Hello and welcome to a new lecture given by Fatma Jibrell, a founder of Horn Relief, an international NGO, and a board member of that organization. She has also been awarded the Goldman Prize for the environmental grassroot work she done with the Displaced Nomadic Society of the Somali communities. This lecture was brought to you by Somali Arena. We hope to hear your feedback and your concerns. Enjoy as always. Until next time. Fatma Jibrell.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm one of those ayayos. I'm over 60 and I'm grandmom of 4 kids. And I'm sure if I did not go to school and married the age your grandmoms got married, I would have been, my grandchildren would have been your age. So I'm a grandma, and a grandma is a grandma to every youth. Okay. I want to give you space, so I'm a little creative. So first of all, I would like to appreciate, on behalf of all of us, the young ladies, the support of the young men, this creative initiative, well-meaning, and I hope we all support them to succeed. As they requested from us, if we don't play our role to support them, Somalis and non-Somalis here, we cannot finger point and say, I told you so, you failed. And I hope we will be very good support for their organization and their vision, and their objectives to be achieved. I'm proud of you, and I'm sure every member of the community is proud of you. We should be all proud because this is the product, the positive product of our crisis, Somalia's crisis. You would not be here today if we did not, silly Somalis did not fight over nothing and destroy all what we had. So, what was the Arabic proverb? It's not my language, it's my third language, so I forgot. But there is, in English it says that there is a positive outcome of every crisis. مصائب القوم عند القوم فوائد. Every mishap, it gives some positive effect of some, which is not planned. So this is unplanned, but we have so many, probably thousands, I could say, if not a million and more, young people educated who have English as their first language, who probably are technologically competent in this world, which I'm not, because we only had a pen and paper and a typewriter when I lived in the United States. I didn't take computers in high school, I did typing. That was United States that I did my high school, because the part of Somalia I came from, I grew up in Hargeisa and Burao, and girls were not allowed to study with boys in secondary schools, and secondary schools were only for boys. That's how discriminating at that time our society was. So I had to come to the United States to join my father, who migrated to the United States in the 40s. So I came here in 1964, and I left 1963, but it doesn't mean I lived here. I went back home and worked there in Somalia, and came back later in life by some circumstance, and happened to be here when Somalia fell apart. I would like to say that we have to appreciate and make use of this opportunity that you guys have had an opportunity that millions of Somalis of your age did not have. I feel guilty being the only girl in 1958 that went to Burao Girls' School, the only girls' school in that time, former British Somaliland. I was the only girl. And you know how I got it? My mother put me in madrasa, and I learned how to read Kitab al-Atfal of Arabic, the children's book, Arabic book. And I could write my name in Arabic. And that's how I was number one, and I went to school, and I was the only girl who went to school, grade 1. I mean, that's not high school, that's not junior high, that's grade 1. So that opportunity did not belong to me. At that time, it belonged to all the girls from Sanang region, where I came from. I never went back because there wasn't much happening for me. Although I work there now. So I carry that, and you should, and not negatively, but positively. It took me back 1993. I and my husband, who more or less had similar experience, with 2 youngest kids of our 5 daughters, we went back and we went to Sanang, and it started from there. And I always said, I owe Sanang, and I owe the woman of Sanang, because I took their opportunity. It was only one, and I took it that year. How could I forget? And we all carry that guilt, and it should work for us positively, giving it back. And you know what? Many of us, our generations, you don't carry only the guilt of you being the only one saved and brought to the country where it's possible that you can be a president one day, the most powerful country in the world so far, if China doesn't pass it in a few years. You have that opportunity because your parents probably studied for free, or got scholarships, or worked for the government, or had businesses, or your aunts or your uncles who gave you the opportunity to come here, or gave the opportunity to the person who brought you here. It's all that we got from the taxes of Somali poor people who are heading